After the wake of Hurricane Helene, hundreds upon thousands of volunteers rushed to North Carolina to help with relief efforts. Rick Rowe brings us a story of two Bossier City women who answered the call to help. It's tonight's Hometown Patriot.
I drove to a high school reunion dinner the other night. You know, you never know what you're going to find. You see old friends you haven't seen in decades. Hear stories like this one.
Helene is an extremely dangerous category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale.
Well, that storm is heading our way.
This is rare. It's catastrophic.
Be especially alert if you are near a stream.
I stood on that bridge and held my hands out and cursed this river.
Of course, we all know about hurricanes in Louisiana, not so much in the mountains of North Carolina. At first, it was all over the news.
This is why there'll be catastrophic flooding in the upstate of South Carolina and into the mountains of North Carolina.
Then weeks go by.
We're seeing a lot of people in campsites.
People move on.
And hers just uprooted and it floated away.
Except they can't.
It's very overwhelming.
And neither could Nancy.
And I couldn't sleep at night. I just couldn't sleep every night. I was worried about the people, and I was like, I really want to know what's really going on.
Turns out Nancy and an old friend from high school, Valerie, were going to travel together to their Bossier High School class reunion dinner.
No, she says, do you want to go to North Carolina with me to help the people there? And I'm, yes, yes.
So they drove 11 hours and found.
So people are staying in tents and trying to figure out where to live, and they're living under tarps, and that's what got my heart.
I definitely realized our peril at that point because we were literally trapped.
They heard the horror stories.
Another page came out that there was a baby in the water in Newland in the trailer park, and so.
But then saw light.
And he had a friend donate a factory, and they started producing cabins. And they made a template for the cabins, and they built 75 cabins on his property. He donated the materials and the labor. And then they have set up a whole entire production team. Yesterday, they had 87 volunteers.
There's been over 100 families helped with Cabins for Christ. We've had 150 people here on one day volunteering to build these tiny homes. The main thing is that we are giving people in this community hope. There was a man that sat right here at this table with me the other day. He told me how he survived the flood. He is a retired police officer from this county, sheriff's department. He had sat on his house roof and he watched people float by that he could not save, and he watched bodies float by.
And we believe that God's called us to step into this.
Nancy and Valerie had not seen each other since high school. That reunion dinner and the subsequent 11-hour drive to North Carolina were random chance or a divine appointment.
He led our steps everywhere we went, and every person we met. It was like we were meant to meet that person.
Well, because you just got to give God's love to them, and they know it. They can feel it. It feels like you're giving them, you're telling them, you know, God sees what you're doing and He loves you to all those people, and they could feel it.
It was amazing. I finally started sleeping again because I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep, worried. And now we know how we can help.
And if you'd like to nominate a Hometown Patriot, go to ktbs.com/hometownpatriot or send an email to hometownpatriot@ktbs.com.